Yo, YouTube, I want to talk to y'all today about mental health and the best medicine for it. And I'm not saying that if you have clinical depression or you're some kind of mentally scrambled, that what I'm saying is best for you. But most of us who have seasonal affective disorder, SAD, you ever heard of that? That's clever, right? Seasonal affective disorder, it's starting to get kind of cold out and stuff, not as much sunshine. Or maybe you're just going through a season in life and things aren't going so well for you. Your dog died, your girlfriend left you, you're whatever, things are going bad and you start feeling down, right? And just even that word feeling, think about it. When things are going bad, you have stinking thinking because you're just thinking about the thing that stinks. But then we allow it to become physical. All depression, all anxiety, all sadness, all mental problems, it manifests itself physically. It doesn't stay, you gotta understand, it doesn't stay in the brain, right? The brain will drop a seed into the body, will grow into something. But at the same time, then the roots end up down here. So when you're struggling up here, you cut the roots off down here by exercising. That's the medicine. Oh, I know, Elliot. Everybody hears that. Even the American Psychological Association says stuff like that. Sure, but I'm talking about a specific type of exercise. I mean, all exercise is good, but lifting, when you are struggling in your mind, you're struggling with problems that are just carrying you out into the clouds and you're thinking about stuff that's unresourceful. You grab a heavy barbell, something that requires you to really concentrate all of your mental and your nervous system energy into picking it up. Your brain can only do one thing at a time in that instance. All your brain energy has to go into your hands or has to go into your legs or has to go into your arms. So you can't be lifting a PR and thinking, oh, my dog died. Oh, my girlfriend. I think that's why guys who break up or their girlfriend leaves them, they go to the gym and they recreate themselves. Of course, you're recreating yourself out of the goal of wanting to now better yourself, right? You want to look good. You want to feel strong. You want to recreate yourself. But at the same time, it's like meditation. It's like meditation, going to the gym and concentrating all your effort into picking this thing up or even hitting reps. Hitting a PR, that's one thing, right? Man, you got to psych yourself up and you got to concentrate your effort and you got to press into the ground and pick up that deadlift. But think about the pain that you go through when you're hitting reps, right? The first few, people call them trash reps. I call them trash reps. The first few, it's like you're just trying to get there, right? I like to do one set to failure workouts. And so the first few is all right, if you're doing super slow, like I do with, when I'm doing high intensity training, one set to failure training, that forces you to have to concentrate in every rep. So I don't do garbage reps. Go slow and squeeze the whole time, be focused in on every aspect of the movement. But even if you're doing 8, 12, 15 reps, when you get to those last few reps, you can't be thinking about anything. Your brain turns off. And for that split moment, this is how I heard it described. There's a cool little book called Christian Meditation, on Christian meditation. And it's about, Christian meditation. And in it, he quotes some of the desert fathers, Christian meditation is the mystical tradition of the early church. I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole, but it's pretty dope. We quotes one of the early fathers who says that when you meditate, you got to understand, meditation, there's Christian meditation too. It's not just Buddhists and Hindus meditating, right? But anyway, when you meditate, it dams up the thoughts, right? Because think about your thoughts, they're flowing like a river. When you meditate, it's like you put a dam in front of it so that it stops moving. And when that dam sets up and there's not a lot of activity going on in the brain, because maybe you're lifting something heavy, or maybe you're literally just sitting and allowing yourself to be, damming up all those thoughts creates a space where fresh thoughts can come flooding in. fresh inspiration, fresh ideas, fresh grace can be poured into your life because you got rid of the stagnant stuff. So this is, lifting is physical, it's metaphysical, it's spiritual. You can't, even the yogis understood this, that in order to be able to sit and meditate, to truly meditate, in order to concentrate, you have to train your body. That's what yoga was all about. Yoga is all about training the body so that you can actually meditate, right? I'm not a yogi, although I like yoga, I'll be honest, right? I know some people think that that's demon worship, but I don't. It's exercise. It's literally breathing and moving, but for another day. But when that breathing and that moving, that concentrated breathing and moving is being exacted, you line up. You line up your movement with your breathing. You line up your thoughts, because if you're if you're just holding a position, right? It don't even have to be yoga. It could be any kind of body weight exercise. If you're in if you're in a position, if you're just trying to hold yourself, just try to hold yourself into a half push-up or a half squat. You're gonna be breathing. You have to concentrate on holding that position, so you're gonna be physically lined up. And then your brain can't go anywhere. It has to be focused on the sensations in your body. It has to be focused on the tension in your body. It has to be focused on, am I breathing? Because if you stop focusing on breathing, you're gonna hold your breath, and you're not gonna be able to hold it. You're not gonna be able to hold that position. You're not gonna be able to execute the thing that you're trying to do. Movement lines up the brain with the breathing and the body. And that's how you break free from depression. Done.